Hello and welcome. I'm Sue Oyuela, and in this video called The Timeshare Owner's Guide to Earning Predictable Annual Income, I'm going to be sharing the 3 keys to turning your timeshare into an income-producing asset. Now, if you own a timeshare, strap in because it will be with you through every stage of life, through the ups, the downs, and even the loop-de-loops. And in this video, I'm going to go over the 7 stages of timeshare ownership, how to harness the income potential in your timeshare, and how to pass on your timeshare as an income producing asset to continue your family's legacy. Because I'm guessing that you didn't buy a timeshare just to use it for a year or so and then get out of it at some later date, right? Especially not after it's been paid off, because when it has the potential to make your vacation dollars stretch for your lifetime and then be passed on to the next generation, you're going to want to have a plan to be able to get the most enjoyment possible out of it over the years and then some, right? Great, so let's start with the 7 stages of timeshare ownership. There will be seasons where you use it every year to take family vacations, igniting a love for travel and sharing new experiences together with your family. Then there will also be seasons where you don't use your timeshare as much, when schedules no longer align or you just can't get away that year. And then when the kids are young, they're eager, excited, and happy to spend time vacationing with their parents. But then there are the teenage years where the kids kind of think they're too cool for that anymore, so you may opt for weekend getaways for a little peace and quiet. Of course, when the kids grow up and have kids of their own, they become nostalgic and they yearn for those family vacations again, wanting their kids to be able to have those similar experiences and get to spend quality time with their grandparents. And then when the retirement years come along and you have the wonderful combination of more free time and more disposable income, then the fun really begins as you enjoy slow traveling from one resort to another, staying as long as you want in each place. And then after you've paid off the timeshare, you'll want to pass it on to your children so that they can continue the traditions that have become part of the fabric of your family's legacy. But what if they don't want it? They may love the idea of continuing the tradition of family vacations, but when it comes with the price of annual maintenance fees attached, it's not so attractive anymore, in spite of the fact that it's paid off. But what if the timeshare could pay for itself? What if the timeshare actually generated recurring annual income that was double the cost of the maintenance fees? Then it wouldn't just cover the cost of lodging, but the extra income would also help to offset the other costs of travel, like transportation, food, and entertainment too. And if you could harness the income potential in your timeshare, then instead of passing it on as a financial burden, you would actually be giving the gift of free vacations for life. Now, who wouldn't want that? So how do you harness the income potential in your timeshare? Well, the timeshare salesman may have implied that investing in a timeshare is like investing in real estate. However, timeshares don't really fall into that asset class because you don't own the actual building or furnishings, nor do you receive the tax benefits of depreciation that come with owning the physical property. In addition, timeshares don't appreciate in value the way real estate does. In reality, buying a timeshare is more like buying a new car because the moment you drive it off the lot, the resale value drops dramatically. However, it does have the potential to generate rental income. Now, not all timeshares are rentable, but here's a simple test to determine if you can rent yours. Call the owner's helpline and ask them this question. If I make a reservation and for some reason I'm not able to go, instead of canceling, is it possible to take my name off and put my friend's name on the reservation so that they can check in without me being there? And if the answer is yes, then you can rent your timeshare. And at that point, it's just a matter of finding out what the mechanism is for changing the name on the reservation. Some timeshares have you fill out a guest certificate form. Others require you to call the concierge to help you do it. But once you know that you can rent your timeshare, then the next step is to set up your timeshare rental system. So when is the best time to set up a timeshare rental system? Well, the best time to set up a timeshare rental system is before the maintenance fees start to become a burden. It's a fact that maintenance fees rise steadily over time. So it's a good idea to have a plan for staying ahead of them by setting up a timeshare rental system that generates increasing income year after year. That way, the timeshare pays for itself while you own it, the timeshare generates a profit to cover your other travel expenses, and then later on you can pass it on as an income producing asset as part of your estate. If you'd like to learn more about how to rent your timeshare safely and profitably, then just go to the link below to watch my free training video called What Every Timeshare Owner Needs to Know Before Renting Their Timeshare on the Internet. This is Sue Oyuela wishing you all the best and timeshare rental success. Bye for now.